Fever, no. But also, let's take a moment for KK, okay? She's that moment today. She's that girl always. Thank you. Love Steve. Let the light get the nice little dog.
Indiana Fever walk in to Chicago, the United Center, no Caitlin Clark, and they walk out with a W 93-78.
Barbie Night disaster. How the Fever humiliated Chicago without Caitlin Clark. Let's cut through the hype. ESPN screams Clark versus Reese. The WNBA's Magic versus Bird. Social media floods with edits. But what if I told you it's all a fantasy? A manufactured drama hiding an ugly truth? Tonight, in Chicago's packed United Center, the Indiana Fever didn't just win. They nuked the narrative. No Caitlin Clark. No mercy. Just a 93-78 demolition on the Sky's own Barbie Night.
Let's go. Yep. Gotta be able to sit. The really good thing about having quality depth is when you don't have it, somebody else does. And KK? Yeah! Way to step up. Chloe, great job coming in. Good job. Lex, way to come in and make an impact. Kels, just downtown.
While Angel Reese watched in street clothes, fans weren't cheering for pink decorations. They were chanting Fever Night. If you know this rivalry's a fraud, smash that like button. We're exposing everything. Picture this. 15,000 fans drowning the United Center in pink. Barbie merch everywhere. Sky promos hyping Angel Reese as a star, except Reese wasn't playing. Injured, silent. Meanwhile, Caitlin Clark, also sidelined, signed over 200 autographs for Chicago fans. Let that sink in.
Out the other day in New York when it was 108 autographs that she signed. Well, today signed over 200 autographs. Was out for a long period of time, signing for fan after fan. So trying to make sure, that she still is accessible to the fans here and helps create memories for so many of them. Here was Caitlin continuing to sign.
The opponent's rookie in street clothes was the main attraction. Security tried moving her along. She stayed. Signed for 20 minutes. Why? Because the Fever understood the assignment. Crush the party. Enter Kelsey Mitchell. No Clark? No problem. Mitchell dropped a season-high 35 points, shooting 70% from three-point range. 7 threes, 5 assists. She didn't just score, she entered Fever history. Only 2 players ever hit 35-plus points, 5-plus assists, and 5-plus threes in a game. Caitlin Clark, and now Mitchell.
It's the Kelsey Mitchell Show here in Chicago. Mitchell into the paint, able to lay it in. To Mitchell, she'll fire. You bet. Deflected, gets it back, and hits from 3. See Mitchell, her 7th 3 of the day.
How? Off-season training with a football coach, defensive back drills, footwork so sharp Chicago looks statuesque. But here's what the box score won't tell you. Michaela Timpson wasn't just efficient, she was lethal. The rookie's 14 points on 6 of 8 shooting included backdoor cuts that shredded Chicago's defense. When the Sky crept within 2 points late in the third quarter, Timpson ripped a steal and converted a momentum-killing layup.
Mitch put him in a ditch, and Michaela Timpson treating the Chicago Sky like a bunch of Simpsons. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. Kelsey Money Mitchell erupted today. Michaela Timpson continues to show every time you put her in the game, every time you give her some actual quality minutes, she will not disappoint.
Mitchell's praise post-game said it all. She's the ultimate pro. Zero drama, all business. Then came Chloe BBY, signed to a 7-day contract just 48 hours earlier. Coach White threw her into Barbie Night chaos, and BBY delivered 8 points in 10 minutes, including 2 clutch threes. Her spacing unlocked driving lanes, forcing Chicago into defensive rotations they couldn't execute.
By Williams, Hull gives it up. Chloe Bibby, able to drain the 3. Recently signed.
When they play Indiana.
And right now, Cardoso answering the bell really nicely. 12.7 rebounds. Bibby again. How about the stroke of Chloe Bibby?
She gave us exactly what we needed, White admitted. A quiet assassin in a pink-themed war zone. And Aaliyah Boston? Her 14/11/6 stat line barely captures her dominance. Watch the tape. She anchored the defense with 2 blocks, shut down transition opportunities, and delivered pinpoint passes to cutters.
Cardoso running the floor. Gets denied by Boston, returning the favor. Boston finds the cutter. It's Timpson who lays it in. That ends the 11-0 run. Here's Mitchell. Slips it in, wide open. Boston tracks it back down. Off to Boston. Backdoor, Mitchell the cut, and the finish. Tough bucket from Kelsey Mitch.
When Chicago doubled her, she dished open shooters. This wasn't double-double. It was a masterclass in two-way impact. The real story. Coach Stephanie White's next woman up philosophy isn't just talk. Quality depth means someone's always ready, she stressed pregame. While Chicago's 5-game skid has Coach Tyler Marsh admitting teams have our number, Indiana's bench outscored the Skies 32-18. The takeaway? The Fever don't rebuild, they reload.
On 6 of 10 shooting in the corner, Mitchell connects on a 3. Indiana needed that. It's a 2-point game. There's a chance that gets changed to a 3. Mitchell looking to respond, and does! Things tightening at United Center. Mitchell has it deflected, gets it back, and hits from 3.
Let's end the rivalry charade. Indiana's last 7 games against Chicago, 6 decisive victories, a pattern of dominance stretching back to 2024. This season's 3 matchups tell an even uglier story. Game 1 made 2025 Fever win by 35, a historic humiliation where Chicago scored a franchise record low 52 points, the fewest by any WNBA team this season. Game 2, June 2025 Fever win by 27, achieved without Caitlin Clark, as Kelsey Mitchell's 17 points ignited United's center route, where Sky veterans looked lost offensively.
Indiana run after Chicago had cut it to 2. Poked away by Timpson. There's the deflection. Off to the races. Timpson finishes strong, forcing a timeout from Chicago. A 9-0 Indiana run, and the lead is back to 11.
Mikayla Timpson, the rookie, all season long, when she's gotten minutes here and there, has made the most of them. We've seen it on the offensive end. Then here, just getting her arms in the passing lane, the deflection, finishing a tough look.
July 27, 2025 15-point demolition on Chicago's marquee Barbie Night, completing a plus 77-point margin across 3 games. That's more than an entire game's worth of scoring difference in just 120 minutes of basketball.
I'm beginning to suspect the Indiana Fever are a better team than the Chicago Sky. Don't ask me why I believe that or think that. It's just a sneaking suspicion that I have. I mean, it could be the fact that the Fever spank them every time they play. Could be that. Maybe it's that. I mean, you know, you can date back to last year, but this year, the Fever spanked the Sky in the season opener.
The historical context. This isn't new suffering for Chicago. The Fever have haunted the Sky since the early 2010s, eliminating them from the playoffs in both 2013 and 2015. Veteran Sky leader Courtney Vandersloot openly called Indiana our weakness during her first stint in Chicago, admitting they kept eliminating us. Tonight's collapse is an anomaly. It's the latest chapter in a decade-long pattern of Fever superiority that predates the Clark-Reese era.
Here's Mitchell, who has 15 in the quarter and a season-high 6 made threes. Hull will fire and hit at the horn. Big finish to the 3rd from Indiana.
Injury mismanagement versus. Next woman up. Chicago's collapse runs deeper than effort. Their injury report resembles a MASH unit. Franchise icon Courtney Vandersloot torn ACL, Olympian Errol Atkins leg, and point guard Mariah Jefferson undisclosed, all sidelined. Angel Reese has battled back issues all season, visibly limiting her rebounding dominance. Meanwhile, Indiana thrived without Caitlin Clark, groin, and head coach Stephanie White, and their secret weapon was systemic depth.
This is a fake one-sided rivalry. We got Angel Reese taking more shots at Caitlin Clark unnecessarily.
When asked pre-game about handling absences, White emphasized, quality depth means someone's always ready. The proof unfolded live. Rookie Michaela Timpson exploded for a career-high 14 points, while newly signed Chloe Bibby delivered 8 clutch points on a 7-day contract.
How have you seen her improve and become more comfortable throughout this season?
She's amazing. One of the best rookies I think I've ever come across of. She's I don't know how to say it, like the ultimate pro. Shows up, no problems, nothing. When you have locker room culture happening, you need great people to make it greater, and I think we got a good addition here, so shout out to KK.
While Chicago's roster crumbled, Indiana's next woman up philosophy turned unknowns into stars. The psychological toll. Chicago's fragility isn't just physical. After the loss, veteran Rachel Banham exposed the locker room's defeated mindset. We had a screw-it mentality. Contrast that with Fever rookie Timpson, who Mitchell praised as an ultimate pro, bringing zero drama.
500 points, becoming fastest Fever player ever to do so in a season. 930 point game, second most in Fever history. And season high.
I knew it!
KK career high in points.
Yeah, baby, run.
AB 11 double-double of the season.
When effort becomes optional, the atmosphere turns toxic, and 19,601 fans at the United Center, many in Fever gear, chanted Fever Night as pink Barbie decorations gathered dust. The symbolism was brutal. Chicago's celebratory night became Indiana's coronation.
This out right here, of course, this is supposed to be the arena that Angel Reese built, right? Question mark? Caitlin Clark right here signing autographs. Look at these fans. Are you kidding me? I mean, seriously. This person over here, show us Barbie. Yeah, not lined up for Barbie. In Barbie's own arena. Glad to see Chicago giving Barbie a welcome to Sophie Cunningham.
Social media's verdict. Online reactions crystallized the humiliation. Memes flooded timelines showing empty pink seats captioned, Sky's soul Barbie dreams. Fever deliver reality. TikTok edits renamed the United Center the Fever Dome, mocking Chicago's decision to host at their premium arena. Viral clips asked, why is everyone lining for Clark's autograph during Chicago's theme night? Highlighting the star power imbalance as Clark signed 200-plus autographs for Sky fans.
For Indiana. Now, one thing that we talked about the other day in New York, but you just have to appreciate about Caitlin Clark in these games, she knows a huge portion of these fans were hoping to see her play, and obviously they're not getting to. But she goes out of her way to make sure pregame she's signing autograph after autograph.
The cold truth. Analytics foreshadowed this. ESPN's matchup predictor gave Indiana a 64.5% win probability pregame. But algorithms can't measure heart, and Chicago's is faltering. As one Sky executive privately conceded, proximity breeds rivalry, but you need competitiveness for it to matter. With 3 more matchups this season, the Sky face a defining choice: overhaul their fractured culture or watch Indiana turn every 2025 United Center appearance into another victory lap. The so-called rivalry now hinges entirely on whether Chicago can salvage their self-respect. Caitlin Clark's absence on the court didn't diminish her impact. It magnified it. As Chicago's Barbie Night spectacle unfolded at the United Center, Clark spent 20 minutes signing 200-plus autographs for Sky fans, weaving through sections as security futilely urged her toward the tunnel. Kids wept tears of joy. Adults jostled for selfies. One viral clip captured a child sobbing when Clark paused, a metaphor for Chicago's crumbling connection with its own base. This wasn't star power, it was a cultural takeover, proving Indiana owns a room even without its brightest light. Her bench presence was tactical warfare. Real-time coaching. During timeouts, Clark pulled rookie Michaela Timpson aside, urging, set the screen lower. Adjustments that directly fueled 4 critical baskets. Energy multiplier. Her roar after Chloe Bibby's second three-pointer ignited the bench, transforming reserves into confident closers. Media gravity. Post-game pressers fixated on Clark's August return timeline, not Angel Reese's absence or Chicago's fifth straight loss. The narrative bent toward Indiana, unconditionally. Balance scale, franchise crossroads. Blueprint versus blunder. Metric Indiana Fever Chicago Sky. Record 14-12, third East. 7-18 last. Home attendance 97% average capacity, 73%, 85% Fever fans at UC. Future assets 2 first round picks, number 2026 first round pick. Culture next woman up unity, screw it mentality, Chicago's costly miscalculations. Premium game gamble, booked 3 United Center rivalry games, tickets 2x home arena prices. Banking on Clark versus Reese hype. Result, outdrawn by Fever faithful and humiliated on their stage. Reese-centric overload, doubled down on Barbie Night, despite Reese's chronic back issues. Now facing fan fury for prioritizing marketing over health. Win Now trades dealt 2026 draft capital for underperforming veterans, leaving the roster thin and futureless. Indiana's quiet mastery. GM Lynn Dunn extended coach Stephanie White and secure Clark's preferred playmakers, DeWanna Bonner and Natasha Howard. Outcome? Fever merch outsells Chicago's 3-1 in the Midwest, a branding conquest. Puzzle piece depth forge and fire, the Clark effect. Clark's injury became Indiana's secret weapon. Forced to play without their superstar for 4+ games, the Fever accelerated their evolution. Kelsey Mitchell's ascension scored a season-high 35 points against Chicago, hitting 7 threes at 70% accuracy. Her leadership kept the Fever's playoff push alive. Rookie revelation, Michaela Timpson's career-high 14 points showcase her ultimate pro mentality, Mitchell's words. Her defensive versatility now anchors second units. Emergency gems. Chloe Bibby's 8 points in 10 debut minutes on a 7-day contract exposed Chicago's shallow bench. Her floor-stretching gravity unlocked Aaliyah Boston's post-dominance. Coach White's philosophy crystallized. Quality depth means someone's always ready. The Fever's 2-1 record without Clark proved they're no longer a one-star system. Char decreasing Chicago's crumbling foundation. The Sky's 7-18 record isn't bad luck. It's systemic failure. Injury mismanagement, Reese's back issues day-to-day, mirror deeper neglect. Rushing her return for marketing events risked long-term health. Broken chemistry, ranked last in assists, their offense devolved into stagnant ISO ball. Contrast Indiana's 26 assists on July 27, a masterclass in selfless play. Financial time bomb, the United Center lease demands 17 500-plus fans /game to break even. The sellout Barbie Night had 0 plus empty seats by halftime. A fiscal disaster in pink disguise. Candace Parker critique echoes. Great teams build systems, not marketing campaigns. Collision August terror. The Clark reboot. Clark's return, targeting mid-August versus Liberty, transforms Indiana into a title predator. Offensive avalanche. Clark plus Mitchell equals the WNBA's first backcourt duo projected to average 20-plus PPG and 7-plus APG. Their pick-and-roll chemistry could shatter efficiency records. Defensive swarms, Boston's rim protection 2-block/game, plus Clark steals 1.6 SPG, will force 18-plus turnovers nightly, fueling transition barrages. Bench warfare. Timpson and Bibby prove they throttle starters. Bibby's seamless fit epitomizes Indiana's plug-and-play depth. Coach White's system enables this, as she declared. We don't adjust to one player. We elevate everyone. Direct Hit 2025 judgment games. 3 remaining Fever Sky clashes will expose the canyon between them. August 10th at Indiana. Clark's return to draw 50,000+ waitlisted fans. A statement game for MVP chance. September 1st at United Center. Chicago's last stand to avoid season sweep. Expect Fever chance to drown home boos. September 15th at Chicago. Potential playoff elimination for the Sky. A cumulative plus 140-point differential looms. Statistical annihilation. Globe showing America's league-wide shockwaves. The Fever effect. This isn't just about 2 teams. The WNBA's 2026 media deal negotiations hinge on proving small markets can thrive. Indiana's model, star power plus systemic depth, could shift millions in revenue from super teams Liberty, Aces, to grassroots franchises. Clark's all-star captaincy, where she drafted Boston and Mitchell first, symbolizes this shift 7. As one exec noted, Clark moves needles, but dynasties move leagues. Checkered flag, the final verdict. The Sky keep renting the United Center for rivalry games, but the receipts scream truth. Indiana turned their court into a Fever home floor, their fans into converts, and their hype nights into funeral processions. When Clark returns, this won't be a battle. It'll be a dynasty's dawn. So what's the verdict? Rivalry? Hard no. The Fever exposed Chicago as a franchise chasing ghosts. If you stand with Indiana, comment "fired up" below. This is more than a win. It's a warning. Subscribe and hit the bell. When Clark returns, we'll be first to break it down. Stay locked in.